All right, so I had made a video pretty much talking about how I'd continue with the TamenTCG content. And what I did not realize is that I already made a video talking about how I would continue the TamenTCG content on the channel. I didn't know I'd made that before. But from what it looks like, I already had like a expansion of sketches and things I wanted to design. I don't know where those designs are at the moment because I had to change. Oh, my stomach is doing something weird. But it's not that I had to change devices, it's that I essentially just got a PC. I got a whole PC now. Like it's not just a laptop anymore. It's a whole gaming PC for this stuff. I'm not sure where those card designs are, which I'm gonna leave wherever they are. I'm gonna leave them there. What I want to do is yet again restart the game, but keeping everything that I already have about the game. What I'm going to do is essentially just fix up the mechanics. And I already have like a plan and set for how the mechanics are going to be fixed up. Um, so I don't want to go too deep into it, mainly because I'm recording this before I go to work, and I don't have a lot of time to do that. That'll be for like a later day. But everything pretty much looks the same. It just plays differently. I had it to where the how would I put it? I had it to where I have it now to where the cards can work properly because I changed the game to work with the cards rather than having the cards change to work with the game. If that makes any sense. So I'm gonna start doing like example videos and stuff based with what I have here. This is like the third newest file I've made this year. This year for this wave of like test cards, and you've actually caught me like, well, yeah, I guess technically you caught me in the middle of like editing this stuff. So this is like the name of a plant-based deck or plant-based archetype, but then you've got like text here for pixies, which were put onto dark type cards, which some of these might be, but some of them won't be. And then you also have like ghost dinosaurs here, which this has its own save file. So this file here is for pixies. I have a file for snakes. I have a file for I think I have a file. I think I have a file for succubus, and I don't know if I made a file for skeletons, but I definitely want to do that. And I got a file for mummies. So this is very dark based, just to like kind of keep into the mindset of like a particular game style. So this game or Tom CCG, the way I built it, I want it to be very fast and interactive. I didn't want it to have to be where like you're slowly building up the game to get where you want to go. It's essentially that you're building up the board as fast as possible to defeat your opponent as fast as possible. That's the gameplay. And once I make enough cards to get examples and find people to test play once again, I'm gonna give an example as to how it should be played, as compared to like the first two or three versions that I did that just didn't work. Because the way that I'm imagining it playing now is how I've always wanted to play. I just couldn't figure out how to put it into like a physical aspect, I guess. I couldn't figure out how to translate it from my head to like physical material. But this should definitely work. Uh, I'm gonna do. I may not do daily videos because I do have like another channel, the main channel where this stuff originally was on that I'm using like for gameplay and streaming and things of that nature. So I'm focusing on like two, maybe three. I guess technically two different channels. I'm trying to figure out, is there anything else I want to say before I end it? Not really. Yeah, I didn't realize I already made a. I'm keeping I'm keeping the content going video. Um, because I can't speak this morning. Essentially, there's a lot of stuff that happened between then and now. I moved into a new apartment. I got a different job. I don't know if I would made any videos when I had my seasonal job, but I had a seasonal job, and then I got like a quote unquote official job. And even at this moment, I'm looking for another job again. Um, so yeah, there's been a lot going on, but I definitely want to get this going. I want to. This is something like I want to play, and that's like what's getting me back into making these cards again. It's like I didn't want to play the. It's not that I didn't want to play the other versions. Is that I was getting like what do you call it? I was getting critique. I was getting advice or what would you call it? Suggestions, and I took some of them. Some of them were good. Others were more like it essentially would just make TamenTCG not TamenTCG. It would make it like it would essentially make it like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic the Gathering. It's like I don't want to make a game where I don't make a game where like the bulk of the game plays like another game because then people could just play that other game. You've already got like Yu-Gi-Oh, you already got Magic the Gathering, you've already got Pokemon, you've already got Card Fight Vanguard, and now you even got Digimon and One Piece, which I have like four of those games. But yeah, like the main goal for Big Tom CG is to make something just complete, not yeah, just make something completely different, something that like you're not really gonna find in another card game, essentially, and to like be interest for me myself to be interested enough to like actually want to play the game and not just have it be something that I build for people to play. Because if I'm not interested, I don't have a reason to keep making it. I got like other things I would want to do instead. So if I'm gonna make this the way I want to, and I almost have. I just need a little bit more in terms of card materials. Um, I don't need too much. That's the one of the main things. Like I'll go way too deep into try making like 70 something individual cards and then making an additional 80 something individual cards before even like doing anything. I just need to make two decks, which technically I already have done. I just need to make two decks, give an example of the game mechanic itself, explain that, the testing is strictly for the game mechanic. And then once the game mechanic base works, then expand upon doing like, the intricacies of everything else, like play style, etc., etc. So I guess I just talked myself into figuring out what I'm gonna do for the next week or two, which is like building cards that adhere to basic uh the basic mechanic of the game so that people can understand like the bare bones of how the Time TCG is going to be played, and then leading them into how how I'm going to go about evolving the game state, with with the newer cards. I don't know if I said it before because this is like the second or third video I've made today that I've like this one. This is going to be the one I upload, but so like yeah, the designs. I'm in the middle of this one. Uh, Plant-based naming. This is a pixie-based effect, and then down here you see like beast serpents. So like I've also made a snake-based archetype, and then phasmosaur here, a ghost dinosaur archetype. So that alone makes one, two, three, four different archetypes. And they're all pretty much set up like this. Like for each set, I want to do like six skills or spells, and then like six monsters or spells, and then depending on what I think of for each and every one, there might be some that have like more, that have less. I always want to try and go for more if I can. Anything else? Because I'm hitting the 10-minute mark, so I don't really need to talk all that much. Um, I'll get deeper into like the development of everything in the next video and the rulings as well. But for now, I think that's it.